2019 is gradually drawing to a close, and here at JoyNews, your most credible news source, we will be bringing you analysis of key events that happened within the year. Tonight at 8, we will begin with a closer look at the big security issues. Here are excerpts of what to expect.
They also was working on in the by-elections in security matters. I think for the very first time, we've been having a lot of by-elections in the past. All of them have been very violent. This one was different for many, many reasons. The first time that led to setting up a commission. Why do you think it was so?
No, I think it was largely because this happened in Accra. You know that, and somebody has said this before, and I think that is true. There's sufficient evidence to back that up. That when things happen outside Accra, they almost always never attract national attention. Because all the media houses are in Accra, all of them are centralized in Accra. All of us, we are centralized in Accra. We do have outlets and bureaus in all of these places. But when it happens where the big men like yourselves are not there, the stories never get the weight that they get. In fact, you had to go and testify. But we have had similar violence that have characterized similar by-elections in other places. We remember Asawasi, very, very well done to we remember Etiwa. We remember Chiriponi, we remember that as well. We remember Talensi by-election. All of these by-elections have been characterized by violence, primarily because of a number of things. All the major parties congregate in one small location, competing over one seat. When you look at the national elections normally, the parties disperse their tools and personnel and people, so you don't have a concentration of everybody at one place. But when you have the concentration of the political party leadership and you have security situation, the parties actually sometimes import their own security persons to this one small location. Then you are bound to have the conflagrations that we have seen in by-elections. What was different this time around was because this was happening in Accra.
The report that they issued, because this is looking forward now. The white paper was issued, and then we also saw the controversy surrounding that white paper. What has been implemented appears very little.
I think the main outstanding issue that many looked out for was compensation for the victims of the violence. And we know for a fact that their lawyers have dragged government, the AG, to court on that matter. That was even before the white paper was issued. And the white paper, interestingly, if you recall, did not make any specific recommendations as to the amount that should be paid them. And so it made a point that it accepts that indeed some compensation should be given, but no payments have been made as it stands now. And so this comes at a time that we are even talking about scars of the revolution and the National Reconciliation Commission that came years back. This is quite recent. We know that some white paper was issued, but that has not happened.
I mean, nothing from that white paper has even, there hasn't been any talk of it again.
In fact,
the SWAT team was to be scrapped. Government disagreed with that.
In fact, some of the most important recommendations that were made by the Commission were rejected by the white paper.
On what possibly the most gory security-related story this year, which is the Takrady girls who went missing for a long time, but this year sort of picked up momentum in terms of its media dominance. It pretty was a tragic ending, was it not? We were hopeful. But deep down within me, I sort of knew this was not going to end well. But when it came, the way it came, the manner of the death that we saw, it was horrifying.
Now, unlike you, I had assumed that, there was going to be a happy ending. Maybe I was naive, but I had assumed that it was going to be a dead end. In fact, when the police called a press conference to reveal the results, I said that, they will just come and see that the outcome of the DNA test is that there are no matches with the bones that were found by the police.
Oh, so you're hoping that there will be the match?
Absolutely.
There won't be the match, and then the people will still be alive?
And absolutely, the people will still be alive.
The extent of mistrust that the families had for the police, right? And this comes back to the very infamous press conference that the CID boss had in which he said,
we know where they
are.
Yeah, but I'm surprised you say mistrust from the family. It's a communication disappointment, if I could put it that way, that more or less affected public confidence in the police.
Yeah.
Because, like Malik, I was also confident that the girls were going to be found. I was confident because of that press conference where the CID Director General, Mamitiwa, announced to the nation that we know where they are, and so they should keep on keeping on, and that they are going to find them. And so it came as a shock, especially again where the remains were found. At the residence.
Yes, he's been there all along. And meanwhile, they've gone to Nigeria, they've gone to Togo.
Meanwhile, the very first place that, I mean, ordinarily if I hear that you have stolen something from me, the first place I'll be searching should be your residence.
You're watching too many crime movies.